Well, hello there. That's such a lovely song. All right, well, here we are, and here I am. And as you know, if you listened to last Sunday's New Year's Day talk, then our theme this year is it's 2023, I'm free, free, free. Why don't we all just say that together? Ready? It's 2023, I'm free, free, free. That feels pretty good, doesn't it? It feels good because it's true about us. It feels good because it resonates with the truth that lives in our heart and soul. That's why all this year, including today, we're focusing on that truth that has already set us free. And Reverend Kim's class just moves right along with our feeling of freedom. We were born of the Spirit in love and freedom before we were birthed on earth. The Christ energy of God's Son, the pure positive energy of creation, lives in us as our true self. It's the holy energy through which love creates. It's the holy way through which the universe is extended now and forever. We read in the book of John, if the Son therefore will set you free, you will truly be the children of liberty. Whenever we choose love over fear, happiness over being right, peace over conflict and confusion, we are expressing the freedom of the holy life in us. We are already the spiritual children of liberty. And we remain free even while we have these human forms. But in this human environment, freedom is a choice. The happiness and joy and peace and love that belong to us are moment-to-moment choices because we are so free that we can choose not to be. We can choose suffering and sacrifice. We can choose confinement and self-restriction because that's how free we are. Abraham Hicks tells us, you are so free, you can choose bondage. You are so free, you can allow wellness or disallow wellness and end up with illness. In other words, the choice is so much yours as an individual that only freedom could be the way of expressing it. As an essential part of creation, each of us has been set free on a journey to expand creation through our choices. And even when it seems that we've chosen poorly, even when we've chosen bondage over freedom and obligation over desire, Abraham Hicks tells us we can't get it wrong, and we can't get it done. We can't get it done because we are on a journey of spiritual design that has no end. It extends through eternity with our every step. We can't get it wrong because choices that lead to struggle or suffering or difficulty only take us on a temporary detour from happiness. Detours do not lead to dead ends. We get back on track eventually, and perhaps a little wiser for having taken that particular detour. In Science of Mind, we read, God's plan for man is a perfect one. And when we harmonize with it, we will become free from all bondage. Every detour, no matter how bumpy or how long it may be, will lead us one way or another to God's perfect plan for us. It's inevitable because it's our destiny. Since bondage and fear cause us to contract and withdraw from life, and we are part of God's plan for the eternal expansion of creation, nothing we do can make fear and everything that is birthed from fear and bondage and everything that keeps us from life last forever. In the Way of Transformation, we read, you remain perfectly free to choose to perceive differently. You remain free at all times to see that you are not the victim of circumstance and not the victim of a relationship or a career. We're not the victim of our parents or our childhood or our education because we remain perfectly free to see ourselves differently now. Now, we are absolutely free to focus on the physical forms of this world, including our own, and look at them as if that is all there is to life and to us, and that there's nothing beyond what we see. And we are perfectly free to perceive differently, to maintain a positive view of life that allows us to enjoy God's plan for creation while we're here in the world. This human experience, this human environment offers us opportunities that we can't get anywhere else. To use the power of our mind to focus on thoughts that feel good and to ignore thoughts that don't. As we said last Sunday, and we'll keep saying every Sunday, our experience of life belongs to us. It's up to us. No one can force us to believe what we don't choose to believe about ourselves or the world around us. Not our parents, our teachers, our churches, not our family, our friends, or the news media. We're the decider of the thoughts that we accept are true and the thoughts that we decide to focus on. And it is our focus that determines how we react and respond to one another. No matter what anyone says or does, no matter what the event or the situation, there is nothing outside of us that can cause us to act against our own free will. We are free to let go of yesterday's thoughts and words and actions, no matter how right they seemed at the time or how righteous we felt at the time. We can choose to greet each day as if it were brand new, as if it has no past to compare it to, which is true if we let it be true. How free would we feel if we met each moment throughout the day with a mind open to ideas that we've never thought of before, open to a deeper knowing than we have known before. The way of transformation tells us this is the time in which you can turn away from the past and look back upon it no longer. This is the time in which you can step into the light of the future of your own personal destiny, held in the hands of a perfectly loving Creator that already has a plan for you, or you would not have been birthed. For you are certainly not an accident. The definition of destiny is a lot or a fortune. It's like our treasure in heaven. The destiny also means something that is inevitable and irresistible, an inevitable and irresistible course of events, like God's plan for us. It's not a paint by number plan in which we have no choice. It's a blank canvas upon which we are free to choose how we'll paint our unique version of creation. Our personal destiny is to extend and expand God's love by being that love in the world. Our contribution matters because we are each a part of all that is. We're not an accident. We're God's on purpose. Our perfectly loving Creator's plan for us is that we be happy and joyous and peaceful and loving and free as we express ourselves in our life. Why would we choose to be miserable forever or even for 1 minute if we are perfectly free to choose to perceive life in a happy new way? If we don't notice what inspires our thoughts, which thoughts cause us to feel good and which ones don't, we'll postpone our experience of the moments of the joy and the peace and the love that are part of the journey of eternally extending creation, 1 moment at a time. Now, when we talk about eternity and us doing something forever, eternity might seem exhausting if we think of eternity as a long, long time. We may even wonder if at some point we might just get tired of creating. But eternity isn't about time at all. It's the timelessness beyond time. It's the space between a moment ago and the next moment, between what's happened and what can occur. It's a space of unlimited potential and possibilities that have yet to be thought of and experienced. It's the unchanging space in which all change occurs. Eckhart Tolle wrote, "Your entire life only happens in this moment." I mean, we can think about the past and wonder about the future, but when we do, we're doing it in the now. We can regret the past and fear the future, and when we do, we're doing it right now. Now, there's no changing the past for sure by thinking about it now. And there's no changing the future unless we make those changes now. We are always right where we are, always creating what's next, even if our thoughts are somewhere else. Eckhart Tolle goes on to say the present moment is life itself. Realize deeply that the present moment is all you have, and make the now the primary focus of your life. We are home only in the present moment. Eternity is that present moment, standing still forever and ever. It's always there, and so are we. My new iPhone has a home screen picture that is, an illuminated earth in a deep, dark sky. And the tilt of the picture is such that it shows the Northern Hemisphere and North America. And it has a beam, a little round circle, a green beam, because it always knows where I am. It beams that spot right in Grand Blanc, Michigan, on that whole globe, beaming right there. And up in the corner is an explanation and a clarification of the destination I've reached. It says, home. You're already there. Now that picture serves to remind me that I'm always home. It helps me to remember I'm already there, immersed in the love of God, still part of the holy plan. I don't need to struggle to get there or anywhere. I don't need to wait for anything to happen before it's true. All that's required of me is to remember that's true and make the now moment my focus. And as I do, I'm free to create something new. No regrets about yesterday and no worries about tomorrow. All I want, or would ever want, is where I am because my destiny lives in me as God's will for me to be joyous and peaceful and loving and free. All I've yet to know, all that I don't even know I don't know, is right where I am, because there is only here and now eternally. It's all there. There's a beautiful song by Prashanti Paz that I listen to often. And it begins with these words: in this changing life, so much pain we find, trying to control the river's flow, caught up between fears and dreams, holding on to what's already gone. There's nothing permanent in this world. When we look out at the world of appearances and try to control what we see, the very thing we wish to change continues to appear to us only because we're choosing to focus on it now. Whether it's a lack of health or money or joy or peace of mind or freedom. And all the while, we're still on that holy path of God's plan for more and more in our life so that we extend and expand the good and the beautiful and the true. The song offers a way for us to see life differently. She sings in this holy life. So much love we find. You have given me the eyes to look inside. You have opened up my heart to shine your light. You have set me free. I can let this be. I'm coming home to you, and I'm coming home to me. As we realize that we are already home in God, we realize that we are living a holy life right now. And our only purpose is to extend the love of God in the present moment, no matter who is standing before us. As Mooji wrote, you are already the one self. You will purchase the map, only to find you are already here. We're already here because there's no other place to be, because there's nowhere else but here and now. No other life available to us, no other life happening anywhere, on any dimension except right now. Right now. Every moment we make now our primary focus. We come home to our perfectly loving Creator and to our true self. Ram Dass said, we're just walking each other home. But we can get there in the blink of an eye, if we choose to. Because it's a timeless journey without distance. Namaste. All righty. Well, this is our time when we get to say thank you for your beautiful love and support. Thank you for your presence here in the sanctuary. Thank you for your presence wherever you are, that you've chosen to be here now. And even if that now is sometimes next week, you'll still be here now. So thank you. And if you are wondering how you can support LEC so that we can be here now and always, then our treasurer, Dr. Jamie Phillips, can tell you how to do that.
Good morning.
Good morning.
All right. If you're watching this online, or if you're in the sanctuary, doesn't matter, there's lots of ways to donate to the Life Enrichment Center. The first one is on facebook.com/Life Enrichment Center and hit the donate button. You can go to our website, lecflint.com, and hit the donate button. I almost gave our old one. You can donate by mail, by a check at our P.O. Box, which is Life Enrichment Center, P.O. Box 321294, Flint, Michigan 48532. You can find us on PayPal at lec2512@gmail.com. And in the sanctuary, we're going to have an offertory, and you can donate that way. So as our offertory receiver comes forward, we're going to be listening to, out of the archives, we found I Am Blessed by Marcia Allen, Pat Cronley, and Nick Calandro. Thank you.